Good day, everyone. So, I hope my audio now is audible. Welcome to our lecture 3. And actually, this is gonna be about the doubly. Kung last week, we discussed about beams that are only reinforced in the tension side. Now, in this discussion, we will be discussing beams that are reinforced on the tension and as well as in the compression side. So for an introduction about this topic, if you know that there are instances man good when somehow architectural aspect niya, let's say ni-restrict si client nga in-ani lang yun ang i-design and dili na sila pwede mo exceed or increase o cross section, typically instead of increasing the sizes sa imuhang beams and such, ang ginahimo sa ato ang mga structural engineers to compensate what the architect or the client wants is to add reinforcements at the compression side. Why? Because it typically happens wherein ang concrete dili na niya makaya og resist ang mga compression forces. So sa mga compression forces ana, it is given by the fact that required yun siya og reinforcement to counter this compression force. Now ang question, kaya ba sa atong tension reinforcement? Of course, definitely not, no. So these beam sections are designed to both act against tension and compression. So this type of beam is typically or is known as the doubly reinforced beam. So mo na siya to ang discussion for this video. So, again, recalling no atong hinumduman unsa ang differences or how do we distinguish singly reinforced beam and as well as doubly reinforced beam. Now, as you can see on your screen, by definition, when a beam is only reinforced at its one side or typically the tension side, no? As you can see, nara diri sa ubos ang inyong reinforcements. Those are rebars. And then again, this is the tension side. What happens now is that this type of beam is known as singly because again, reinforced ra siya sa tension side. If again, typically ha, kung bottom, ano siya ang positive bending. And if negative bending, ang atong tension is nasa taas. But what happens now is when you reinforce not only in the tension side but as well as the compression side. So as you can see, naa na siya reinforcement sa taas or the compression side. This type of beam is now known as the doubly reinforced beam. So, ma'am, question, how do we distinguish or how do we know if we are to design this certain beam with just a singly reinforced beam, and how do we know that it now requires doubly reinforced beam? So here is a governing equation that tells us when to use what, okay? So if your VMN is greater than your actual moment or your design strength is um, greater than your actual moment or ultimate moment, this is a singly reinforced beam. So, but pasabot, it is just only reinforced at one side. Now, if your design strength is less than or again less than with your actual or ultimate moment capacity, it is now called as doubly reinforced beam. So, mao lang yun na siya ang pinaka overarching nga concept that we should know. Dili na day kaya sa imuhang beam ang forces, so that's why we need to add more reinforcements. So even though a doubly reinforced beam is in general is not economical, dili siya economical in the sense that it requires you to add more reinforcement. So what does it tells us is if dungag reinforcement, then of course dungag na pud siya gasto. The use of compression steel although dili economical ang doubly reinforced beam, but when you use compression steel or reinforcement at the compression side, it has actually several perks or advantages. So it includes the following. So it allows the use of cross section smaller than that of a singly reinforced beam. So a singly reinforced beam requires typically wider, greater area or cross section compared that when you use a reinforcement in the compression side. So again, since some designers or some architects prefer not to have bigger beams, so mo na lang na ilang pang-compensate sa wala nila pag-increase sa cross-section, and their compensation goes directly to increasing the reinforcements. So aside from that, it also helps in reducing long-term deflections. So mechanism is that it counters forces. So once it counters forces, then it will definitely reduce the possibility or reduce the lifetime of occurring the deflections in your beams. So aside from that, it can also support stirrups or the shear reinforcement by tying them to the compression bars. And then it adds significantly to the ductility of beams. Compression reinforcement enables the beam to withstand large levels of movement and deformation under extreme loading conditions that might occur during earthquake. So, I actually forgot to set up my calculator. So, later na lang tingali ko mag-add sa akong calculator, no? But, yeah, I actually forgot about it. Sige. Wait lang. Ako na lang iset up, no? Yes. Oh, for a while lang guys ha. And then Canon. Yun. Yes. Anyway, so I hope na visible gihapon siya sa inyong end, no? Kay later on mag-solve mong good ta, so if nalimit kong set up sa ako ang calculator. So anyways, so fourth is it adds significantly to ductility of beams. Compression reinforcement enables the beam to withstand large levels of movements and deformation under extreme loading conditions that might occur during earthquakes. And lastly, it is frequently used where beams span more than two supports due to practical considerations. So, recalling, 'di ba last time I actually introduced you to the stress strain diagram for singly. Now, actually similar lang na sila, but the difference now is that Nanatay added diagram here. So as you can see, this is your cross section and these are your reinforcements and this is the strain diagram. Now, this is the stress. So, if you would look closer at it, no, last time it was just only C, the centroid of your distance C or the distance, the distance coming from the extreme compression fiber going towards your neutral axis is called C. And the compression block here or denoted as A, no, mo ni siya nga distance and that's 0.85 typically 0.85 of yours beta or simply just beta times your distance to neutral axis. Now, ang centroid nila is actually where you will find your compression strength, which is in the equation of 0.85 FC prime AB. Notice that karon is that it has now a subscript of C para dili kita ma-confuse, no, when we use these variables. So the distance from the resultant of this witness block as stress block is still D minus A over 2. Now, para ma-attain niyang equilibrium, di ba, we counter that with tension, which is ASFY. And in this case, since we are now dealing with doubly, ang atong ginagamit na right now is gabutang na tag subscript of 1. So, para ti mailahan nga, this is the AS1 or T1. Now, since naanatay reinforcement at the compression side, you would take a look on this right side, no? So, first and foremost, diri talantaw sa taas. So, as you can see, ay bago na introduce nga character, guys, or variable, it's denoted as D prime. Ma'am, what is D prime, ma'am? D prime is similarly lang na siya sa imuhang CC, effective concrete cover. Diba kung diri sa ubo, coming from here, going towards the centroid, or centroid of your reinforcement bar, di ba? Atong tawagan na effective concrete cover. Same nagyapon na siya. So, D prime DI is denoted as the distance from the compression going towards the centroid of your compression reinforcement bars. So, inana na siya. Na instances nga similar silag values here, and naapoy instances nga lahi dyan sila. So, it will depend on the problem. So, typically, kung dili man siya gihatag, same ra gyud silang values. Again, when you take a look at here, na siya D prime, and then the area AS prime here denotes the area of steel reinforcement in the compression side. Mono siya. So, centroid of that is where you will find C sub S, or the compression force of your compression reinforcement, and CS is equals to AS prime, or the area of your steel reinforcement in the compression side, multiplied by the FY. And to counter this certain force na atay T sub 2 here, wherein this is the product of your AS2 and FY. So similarly, ang distance coming from your CS going towards here is now, di ba this is D. That's effective depth. And since centroid man tamagikan, kuhaan lang nimo siya sa iyang effective concrete cover from the compression side going to the centroid of your compression reinforcement. So, mano siyang D minus D prime. So, to get the total steel reinforcement in the tension side, all you have to do, guys, is just to add AS1 and AS2. So, i-add lang din mo si AS1 and then si AS2. Now, start with AS1. Si AS1, we know that it is just it can be obtained using C is equals to T1, and that's 0.85 FC prime AB. And take note that AS1 is typically AS max lang. Ano na siya? Para dali lang dato siya masabtan. So that's AS1. Solve for AS1 dayon ta para makuha, i-isolate nimo siya. So typically given raman ni si FC prime AB and FY, and in order for you to get AS1, imo na siyang shift solve or isolate. Now, let's go to AS2 nga component sa area of total area of steel reinforcement. So, makuha ni si AS2 when you get the MN2. And how do we get MN2? It's the product of your AS2 FY D minus D prime. So, natin mga few examples to that. Diba, we know that this is ultimate moment capacity. And ultimate moment capacity is actually what? Phi Mn. Wait lang ha. Finding it hard to write, annotate ko. Wala. Nako, nadala ko ang drawing tab. So again, if this is mu, this is ultimate capacity, and this is equals to Phi Mn. If we wanted to get or to isolate the nominal moment here, all we have to do is to transpose the phi and divide it on the other side as well para makancel out siya. So, if matanggal na gani si phi dire, what now happens? So, Mn is actually mu over phi pala. Inanara siya na sense. So, basig maningala mo nga nung gi-divide siya og strength reduction factor, it is because MU is actually VMN and we wanted to isolate and to retain MN value only. So, mo siyang gi-divide siya og strength reduction factor. And typically, pila to tong strength reduction factor basta tension controlled. Diba? It's actually 0.90. So, ana siya. 0.90. And the analysis of doubly reinforced beams. So, first step that you will do is, first, yun yung buhaton is, ang mga problem manggod, kani, obviously, kay ang atong topic man is doble. So, malamang atong ipang solve gyud kay doble gyud. So, last week, kung inyo nga ang atong topic last week is singly, so malamang singly gyud inyong ipang solve, ana ra gyud na siya. But in the board exam manggod nga scenarios, in the major exams, in the quizzes, it will not be stated if singly siya, doble siya. So, first and foremost, inyo dyan siyang i-determine or i-distinguish if singly ba siya or doble so that you'd be able to know what approach are you gonna do. So first, again, in analyzing doubly reinforced beams, you have to check whether it is a singly or it's a doubly reinforced beams by comparing the tension steel area only with the maximum permissible steel area allowed by the code. So, how do we obtain the total area of reinforcement? So, if it's in the tension bar, so it's just pi over 4 dB squared, di ba? Number of tension bars. Take note, sa tension bars lang ang atong i-consider. Ayaw i-consider si compression bars. And you compare it with your maximum still area. So that's 3 over 8, 0.85 FC prime beta over Fy. Familiar mo, right? Because this is just actually Pmax, if I'm not mistaken. So this is actually just Pmax kani. Oh, 'di ba? This is actually Pmax. 'Di ba? Oh, butang na to, that's P. And do you notice, guys, that if this is P, if we are getting AS, 'di ba, recalling the equation, so ganito, AS is equals to rho BD, 'di ba? Rho BD. So, actually, the same lang ni sila. It's just that, since we are considering the maximum steel area, so that's why we use Pmax as well here. Ano siya? So, if malimot mo, recall lang Pmax times BD. Oh, ayaw kalimot sa B, base, and the depth. So, after that, if you got the values of each of this, if ang imuhang maximum steel area is actually greater sa imuhang total steel area reinforcement, so that's singly. Singly ra na siya. But if in the case that your maximum steel area is less than your total area of reinforcement, that's now DRB or doubly reinforced beam. Now next, if it is DRB, you have to equate CC plus CS is equals to T. So, CC is katong 0.85 FC prime AB. Then, CS is AS prime FY. And then, T is AS1 times FY. So, wala pa to ilabot to ilahang mga lever arm nga D minus D prime and as well as D minus A over 2. So, ina na lang ang gist niya. So, that's 0.85 FC prime AB plus AS prime FY is equals to AS FY. Diba? Now, when you check, diba last time, naglibog ang tanan. Ma'am, what if wala nag-yield? So, first, change ni mo gani ang FY to FS prime if ang compression still does not yield. And you change the tension side nga FY to FS if the tension still does not yield. Ana lang siya kasimple. Now, diri na, kung last time ang na-introduce sa inyo is 6, diba, actual stress is just Fs is equals to 600 quantity D minus C over C. Now, nanapunta another formula to get the actual stress for the compression side. So, mo ni siya ang katong last time ninyong natunan 600 d minus c over c. Now, nanapuntay another equation, ana. So, pero recalling lang muna ha. Recall kay murag daghan pa sa inyo ha ang wala kabalo or wala ka dumdum na ana dito sa previous nato na discussion pero wala pa ginadumduman sa uban. So, aga na condition. If imong actual stress is greater siya sa 1,000 MPa, so that's the time nga kabalo ka nga ang zoning niya is naa siya sa tension control. If tension control gani na siya, automatic na siya og 0.9 imuhang strength reduction factor. Ha? Mao gyud na inyong hinumduman. Di nakaigo ako ang kuan. Basta kay, di ko sure if nakita siya sa inyong screen, but nakita na dahil. So, 0.9. Now, if in kaso that your actual stress is actually still less than 1,000 but is in between the FY, no? That's now transition side. So, unsa may pasabot ana, it still tells us that your tension still yields, di ba? So, now ma'am, unsa naman po yung strength reduction factor ana? Do you recall the M32? The mode 32 and as well as katong 0.65 plus 0.25 and so on and so forth. Mo to siya nga equation ang inyong gamiton here in order for you to get your strength reduction factor. Now, last case is if your actual stress is less than your yield strength. So, you have to recompute ka kuhaon nimo ang bag-o nga C nimo. Now, di ba ang akong gi-introduce is maura maning last time sa tension side. Now, if we are now talking about the actual a formula for the actual stress in the compression side, I am now introducing you to another formula, but it's quite similar lang. So, Fs prime or the actual stress at the compression side is equals to 600 quantity C minus D prime. Unsa ganini si D prime? It's the distance of your beam compression fiber going towards the centroid of your compression reinforcement. Mo ni si D prime. Okay, mo na siya. Now, that is Fs prime is equals to 600 quantity C minus D prime over C. Ano na siya? So, napo tayo mga conditions. Similar na po sila conditions kay. So, Fs prime, if dako siya sa 1,000, tension control, then matic, 0.9 ang imuhang strength reduction factor. And again, it tells us na nag-yield ang compression still. Now, if in between si Fs prime sa 1,000 og Fy, so, unsa naman po siya na zone, malamang it's transition. So, still, diri nga case, ga-yield gihapon si compression still. Now, if ang imong Fs prime is less than na siya sa imong Fy, what do you do next? You have to recompute for the new value for your C. Ana lang. So, after checking the actual stresses, you have to solve for your ultimate moment capacity or your design moment capacity. So, after ninyo makuha na, how do you obtain that? So, actually, medyo familiar lang ni siya nga equation because this portion here, wait lang ha. The first term actually tells us that this is similar to your singly. Diba? Sa singly raman ni siya nga reinforcement. It's just that in this case manggod nag-add ka diba sa doble og compression reinforcement. So mo na po ni siya ang tension force sa imuhang tension reinforcement. So diba this is T2 but ang lever arm niya is multiplied by a lever arm of D minus D prime. So ano na siya? Pero take note, both of them would still be multiplied to the same strength reduction factor. That's why naka-enclose na sila. Or, parehara na sila. Naka-breakdown lang ning isa. So, T1 D minus A over 2 plus T2 D minus D prime. Where, T1 is AS1 Fy and T2 is actually AS2 Fy. Recalling lang, take note lang na if your Fy or your steel did not yield, you have to change the second term Fy to Fs prime because this is the component for the compression. So, next is change Fy to Fs if the steel does not yield. Kani siya. So, continue ra gyapon ta. Design, kato siya is for analysis. Now, this is for the design of reinforced beams na pod. So, the design of doubly reinforced beams, solve for the Cmax and alpha or your A, or the witness stress block. So, recalling, Cmax is equals to 3/8 of your effective depth. Diba? Next is that A is equals to beta 1 Cmax. Kinidagan na nga sayop ani last time sa inyong laboratory because wala mo ka-memorize sa table for your beta. Actually, dali naman ito memorize kay 0.9 o 0.65 ra ba itong memorize. It's just that naglibog lang sila sa boundary. So, recall lang yun to ninyo ha. Nasa lecture 2 siya. Lecture 2. So for the maximum design moment for tension-controlled condition and check if SRB or DRB. So, mo ni siya ang equation nimo, VMNT is equals to 0.85 FC prime AB quantity D over 2. So, take note of the conditions that if your MU is less than or your actual moment is less than your VMNT, so beam can still be designed as singly reinforced beam. Kay dili tanan guys automatic nga doble reinforced beam once mo dako gyud siya. Pwede pa na siya ma-design og singly pero nalang siya restrictions. And if MU is actually greater than VMNT, dapat mag-design na ka as doble reinforced beam. Ana lang siya ka straightforward. Okay? So, if it should be designed, no, pag human ni mo compare, and it tells you nga, i-design siya as doubly reinforced beam, na kwaon ni mo si MN2. So, MN is equals to MN1 plus MN2. Diba na nakay MN, nominal moment capacity. Gikan ni siya sa MU over phi. Then si MN1 po na so i-isolate lang ni mo si MN2 para makuha ni mo siya. Kuha ni mo value. So, muna kong hiingon kaganihan na MN is just MU over phi because ultimate moment capacity is equals to VMN. Gi-transfer lang ang strength reduction factor. And after that, solve for the total area of steel reinforcement for doubly reinforced beam. So, i-isolate nimo si tension and i-isolate po nimo si compression. Ano lang siya? Then, after that, solve for the number of tension and compression bars. Oh, familiar naman ta ni, wala may nagbago. Pero it's just that AS, take note lang ta nga total area of steel reinforcement, mo na siya ang basihan para sa tension bars. And for the compression bars, maura na siyang AS prime or the AS2. Dili nimo i-consider ang AS1, ha? Kay compression bars lang siya. Pero sa tension bars, i-consider nimo ang tension and as well as compression. So, later on, makita ninyo nga aun sa akong pasabot. So, let's go to example number 1. Dali rin ni siya. I tried my best to provide solutions nga dali ra siya sabton. So, determine the design moment capacity. Analysis pa ta, nara may 4 examples right now. So, analysis pa man ni siya. It's just not so hard lang. So again, determine the design moment of the capacity of the beam shown in the figure for which your yield strength is 413.7 MPa and FC prime is 20.7 MPa. So if this is your cross section of your beam and then it has a base of 350 and then total height of 675 and then distance from the tension fiber towards the centroid of your tension reinforcement, it's 75 mm. And mauna ni ang akong pasabot kaganiya nga D prime, guys. It's the distance from the compression fiber going towards the centroid of your compression reinforcement. So, sa compression, nadatay duha ka tag 28 mm bars And then, diri pod sa tension sign na atay upat katag 36 mm bars. So, unsa ba itong first buhaton, guys? First thing we will do is to get the effective depth. So, unsa ang pagkuha sa effective depth? It's just, di ba, 675 kuhaan nimo sa effective concrete cover. So, this tells us that it's 600 mm. So, muna siya. Now, again, recalling the steps, we have to check whether it's a singly reinforced beam or a doubly reinforced beam. So, i-compare na to si AS max ug si AS. Diba? If AS max is greater than your AS, that's singly reinforced. And if your AS max is less than your AS, so that's doubly reinforced. So, formula for AS max, that's 3 over 8, 0.85 FC prime beta over Fy times base times depth. And then for AS, it's just that pi over 4 dB squared in the tension bars. Again, tension bars lang siya. So, expounding, so that's 38, 0.85 FC prime, sa FC prime bed, that's 20.7. Beta, anong nakaingon ko nga 0.85, naa siya sa boundary sa 17 to 28. So, that's 0.85. And then, Fy is 413.7, base is 350, narao, and then depth is 600. So, the AS max is 2846.91 square millimeters. Now, going back to AS, that's just pi over 4, 36 squared. Oh, times 4. Mamula lagi ni appeal si compression bars. Yes, wala siya appeal. Si tension bars lang atong i-consider. So, that's 4,071.50. So, checking the relationship, your AS max is actually lesser than your total steel area of reinforcement. So this tells us that this design is actually doubly reinforced beam. So, pero later on manggod magamit manggod ta sa total area sa atong compression side. So, akto na lang pong i-compute since na naman siya dere. So, that's pi over 4 dB squared. So, ato ning store si AS o si AS prime kay later on gamiton mangguna na to. So, ako lang ni siyang i-discuss ang ato ang stress strain diagram for doubly reinforced beam para mas masabtan, no? So, again, this is your witness stress block. That's 0.85 of your FC prime. And this is your stress block, witness stress block, compression block. And the centroid of that is where you will find your CC. That's 0.85 FC prime AB. And then, T1 sa ubos, that's AS1 times Fy. And the distance from the resultant of your compression block going towards your tension reinforcement, that's D minus A over 2. Mo na siya ang lever arm or moment arm nimo or your distance. So, that's MN. Plusan pag yun na nimo for reinforcement sa imong compression side. So, this is D prime. And then, the force there can be obtained using CS is equals to AS prime Fy. And to counter that, we now have the tension 2 is equals to AS2 times Fy. That's Mn2. So, recalling the equation, CC plus CS is equals to T1, expounding that is 0.85, tanawa. That's 0.85 FC prime AB plus ASFY is equals to AS1 Fy. Ano lang siya. So, applying that equation, maura mong gyapon ni siya. So, ang ato mang mechanism diri is mo assume ta always nga nag-yield si steel pero ato na siyang i-checking later on if ni-yield bagyod. So, recalling nga imo ang Fs is equals to Fy and then Fs prime is equals to Fy. So, 0.85 FC prime AB, ASFY, AS prime Fy, and ASFY. Expounding, so pila imong FC prime, that's 20.7. A mo siya ang unknown. Base nimo is 350 plus AS prime. That's 1231.50. FY is 413.7. And then now, AS na ta, that's 4071.50. And then 413.7. Shift solve nimo na siya, na kay makuha value for your witness compression block of 190.79 mm. So, kabalo di ba ta how to obtain the C? That's just A over beta. So, that's 190.79 all over 0.85. You can now obtain 224.46 mm. So, naana day kay value sa imuhang A, naana po kay value sa imong C. So, unsa naman po sunod nimo buhaton, i-check nimo ang condition sa actual stresses if ni-yield ba siya or not. So, recalling the equation, so, that's 600 quantity D minus C over C. So, plug in kasi mong values. 600 times 600, di ba 600 effective depth, minus 224.46 all over 224.46, which is the values of your C. So, you are now able to get 1,003.85. And take note, that's larger than 1,000 MPa. So, this tells us na the tension still has yielded and that it is in the tension controlled. So, technically, the strength reduction factor of this is actually 0.90. Now, recalling the equation for actual stress in the compression side, that Fs prime is equal to 600 times C minus D prime all over C. So, that's 600 224.46 minus 62.5 all over 224.46. So, that is 432.93, and technically, it's still larger than your Fy of 413.7. So, this tells us that your compression steel have yielded as well. Since design moment capacity man ang ato ang kinahanglan ani na natay strength reduction factor, or pwede na ta mag-solve for your strength reduction design moment capacity rather. So recalling this equation, that's phi is equals to phi mn is equals to phi quantity 0.85 Fc prime AB. Quantity D minus A over 2 plus AS prime Fy D minus D prime. So, that is, asa gikan si phi nga 0.9. Again, mo na siya to ang results from checking the tension stresses. So, that's 0.9. Quantity of 0.85 Fc prime of 20.7. A is equals to 190.79. B is equals to 350, and D here is 600 minus 190.79 all over 2. Plus, AS prime, how much is your AS prime? That's 1231.50. And FY is still 413.7, and now D is actually 600, and your D prime is 62.5. So, simplify. Guys, adili na lang tingali na ko i-type kay dugay man i-type, uy. So, take note lang mo, ayaw gid mo kalimot to divide it with 1,000 squared. Or 1 times 10 to the power of 6. Pareha na sila. Simplify na kay answer of 780.05 mn. Ay, kay mn. 780.05 kN. Okay. Kaya that's the first answer for this problem. So, diri na ta sa example number 2. So, analysis of singlira ta siya. Now, analysis of singlira gyapon ni siya, pero this time around, na siya given nga mga properties, but we are to get the depth of stress block. So, that's that's alpha or your A. And compression steel stress, that's Fs prime. And then determine the design moment capacity, that's Phi-Mn or your Mu. Phi-Mn to be safe. So, para dili kay crowded ato siyang gi-illustrate ang given. So, naaday siya inaaning illustration guys. 532, 328, 70, and then 300, and then 500. So, FC prime and FY, given siya. Sa yun naman determine the depth of stress block. So, i-check sa gyapon nimo, although depth of stress block na na, check good gyapon nimo if SRB siya or DRB. So, that's 3 over 8, 0.85 FC prime beta over FY, BD, and then your AS. Simplify lang nimo, FC prime is 20.7, beta gyahapon nimo is 0.85, FY parehara. This time around, 300 na imuhang base, and then 500 ang effective depth. So, simplify nimo si maximum area of steel reinforcement, that's 2033.50 mm squared. So, diri na puntan na side, kwaon na to si AS. 'Di ba tension side lang man to dapat ang atong isolve, 'di ba? That's pi over 4, 32 squared times 5. Pila man na siya? That's 4K, 4021.24. So, checking nimo, ang relationship nila, AS max is actually lesser than AS. So, it tells us that this is still doubly reinforced beam. So, kung doubly reinforced beam siya, kuwaon na lang sa nato si compression nga area. So, that's 28 squared all times 3. Kay 3 bars man. So, naa kay 1847.26. Para mausa ra ba? Di na ta need mag-solve later. Nalimot ra nag-highlight pero mao na siya. Okay. Na siya. I-store na to dira sa taas daan. Para dito si magsigig back. So, recalling this equation, CC plus CS. So, of course, dili man na to makuha si witness stress block. Kaya nabe di si A. So, nara si A, 0.85 o si prime AB. So, assuming still yields, mana siya. So, given raman po ni tanan, FC prime 20.7. Isa pa, A, unknown 300. 1847, kato yung na-compute, 413. AS is 4021.24. And then, FY na po. Simplify na kay 170.38. And if kuwaon ni mo si C, just divide it with 0.85 na kay makuha nga 200.45. Now, since ang atong assumption is ni yield siya, let's verify if sakto ba jud nga ni yield siya. So, let's check the stresses in the tension and compression side. So, Fs, 600D minus C, parehara na siya. Plug in mong mga values, 500 minus 200.45. So, na kayo makuha 896.3. Oy, it is still greater than Fy, pero this tells us that it is tension still have yielded, pero it is now in the transition side, di ba? Kay based sa atong condition, di ba, mas lesser man si 896 or your Fs, di ba? Your Fs is less than 1K. Diba? 1,000. But is actually greater than Fy gihapon. So, unsa man ni siya nga condition? Diba? This is transition control. So, that's transition control pero still nag-yield ra gyapon ang tension. What about compression? If compression looks like this, 600 quantity C minus D prime, plug in mo ng mga values ana, na kay makuha 390.47. So, unsa may relationship nila? Mas gamay na siya kang Fy. Di ba ang Fy nimo kay 413.7 man? So, unsa man yung pasabutan ni kung mas gamay siya? So, the compression still did not yield or does not yield. So, unsa may buhaton basta dili mag-yield? Mag-recompute. So, balik ta sugod. So, instead of using, 'di ba, Fy, ang atong gamiton is Fs na. 'Di ba? Since wala man ni yield si compression, so compression ra atong gi-change, no? So, that is, sisiman atong goal na lang karon Kay para diretso ta kang compression steel reinforcement. Kay wala untay value sa C manggod, so dili ta kadiretso. I mean, sa FS manggod na si variable C, so might as well usahon na to ang atong mga unknown nga si C. So, notice guys nga wala ko nag-change kang FY sa tension o FS prime tungod kay wala nag-yield ra man gud gihapon siya. Si compression ra man gud ang wala ni yield. So, siya ra ang mailisan sa actual stress. So, expounding that, amo ni siya. That's 0.85, 20.7, 0.95 because that's beta ha. And then C here is the unknown. Then base is 300. Anara. Plus AS prime what 1847. And then katong FS prime ni mga equation pero gipula lang nako si C para mas maklaro nga siya ang pangitaon minus D prime then equals nimo siya sa ESFY. Parehara. Na kay makuha nga C. Pero actually guys, depth of stress block mga tong gipangita dili mao ni ang final answer. Kay ang stress block biya is letter A biya. So this is not the answer mo na pag-highlight lang tingali ni nako. Pero this should be the final answer. Muna siya ang depth of stress block. 'Di ba ang stress block nato is si A raman. Nabungaw lang tingali kog highlight kay nagsunod manggod nga copy-paste. Pero I'll just recheck after recording this. Next is check if the compression or tension still yields. So, mo lang gyapon, plug in lang nimong mga values bago. Instead of using katubi tong daan, ang bago na imong gamiton. So, again na, gaka-bother na noon ko nga sayop ang depth of stress block. Gila na sayop lang ko og box ganiha bay. Sorry. Wala na ko na-edit. Pero, the final answer should be here. Kay stress block man ang pangitaon. It's not C because C is the distance from the neutral axis going towards your compression fiber. So, again, going back, si C na to is 207.20. And that's 847.98 and still, nag-yield gyapon na siya and that tells us na naagyapon siya sa transition. Now, diri ta mabalaka kang FS prime if nag-yield pa ba gyapon siya or wala na ba at all. So, that's 397.30 naman. Bago na ning value ang ato ang gigamit. C is 207.20. So, that's 397.30 and mas gamay gid siya tinuod lang sa imuhang ano sa tawag ani? Mas gamay gid gihapon siya sa imuhang kuan kay kanang FY. So, wala gid siya ni yield. So, compression steel stress did not yield. Oh. Natingala pug ko. Oh. So, if the second question man god is asking for the compression steel stress. So, ako na lang po din gibaksan here para duwa na sila ka-problem answeran. Pero take note lang, correction, this is not the stress block. This is the stress block. So, ako tong i-upload o through ang inyong naa sa G-class. Ako tong i-edit para sakto nga answers inyong mabox. Now, since ang relationship manggod nato is nasa tunga-tunga si FS kang 1,000 og FY. So, transition controlled siya. So, mo ni siya kung pasabot nga katubi tong taas nga equation. So, that's 0.65 plus 0.25. FS minus FY all over 1,000 minus FY. So, simplify lang na siya based sa katong mga values nga gakakuha ang inyuhang mga stresses. So, na kay makuha nga 0.8351. So, actually, sa katong mga wala ka memorize ani, pwede ra ba na sa calcul ninyo buhaton. That's 0.9 and 0.65. Mode 3 ni ha. 1,000 for 13.7. And then, sa may buhaton ani be, ang imong ibutang is si tension. That's 847.88 x hat. So that's 8351 gihapon. 0.8351. Similar la. So either way, kung kanimo solution ka na, parehara na. So kung ako, dili naman ko mahago magud magsulat-sulat. So kani akong pilion. So recalling the equation lang, Phi is equals to Phi 0.85 Fc prime A BD minus A over 2 plus sa compression side. Take note, gi-orange lang na ako diri para makita ninyo ang pattern niya. Muna siya, then kani siya is sa tension, and kani siya sa compression. Nana din kay answer nga 583.35. So this is for example number 2. So kang example number 3 napudta. Yes. I'll just drink my water for a while ha. So, hello again once again, hello. Example number 3 na ta. And the example number 3 now is under the design examples. So, under the design examples, natay mga given details of a reinforced concrete beam, natay service dead load, live load, beam width, etc. etc. We are just to find the tension, steel area, and the compression. And then, calculate the number of bars needed if 36 mm diameter sa tension o compression bars ang gamiton. So, para masimple lang siya, ato nang gi-drawing ang given. So, that's 685, 350, and then 65. Natay mga service moment that DL live load here. Now, I'll just check if na ba siya, okay, sakto ra na eh. Now, checking if it's a singly or DRB. No. Now, since naalaman ta sa design nga approach, dili na siya same sa inyong singly nga AS Max inyong gamiton og AS. Dili kay si C-Max na pud imong gamiton. Pero since na naman tayo value sa imong mga moments, no? Ato sang kwaon si factored moment. Naman tayo service, so need ta mag-factor ani nila. So 1.2 times 320 plus 6.5, 1.6 times 575. So nakay actual moment of 1304 kilonewton meter. Now, going back, imuhang pamaagi para ma-compare na si whether it's singly or doble kay imuhang kuwaon si C-Max. So, that's 3/8 of your effective depth. Pila man na siya. So, that's 256.875. Now, you know that your stress block is equals to beta 1 times C-Max. So, nakay 0.85, 256.875. So, nakay 218.34. And MNT, now, guys, can be obtained using this equation since naman tayo value sa tong letter A. So, pwede na siya actually na to makuha. So, that's 0.85. So, 25 man ang atong FC prime. Natay A nga 218.34 then 350. 685, 218.34 over 2. So, natay makuha MNT is equals, Phi MNT is equals to 841 moment at the tension side. That's 841.58 kilonewton meter. Now, since ang imuhang moment NP here is less than the actual moment, so doubly reinforced dili kaya sa imuhang design. So, next nato buhaton is to solve for Mn2. Diba, Mn is equals to Mn1 plus Mn2. And then Mn is equals to Mu over Phi. Then Mnt can also be obtained using mu1 over Phi. So, that's 1304 all over 0.9 o 841.58 divided by 0.9. So, i-isolate lang nimo sa Mn2 para makuha nimo siya. So, nakay value nga 513.80. After ani, unsa may sunod, kuhaon nimo ang total steel area sa reinforcement sa both AS1 ug AS2. So start ta sa AS and component or sum ana nila sa AS1 ug 2 kay AS. So AS1 sa ta. So that C is equals to T, 0.85 FC prime AB, AS1 is equals AS1 FY. Unknown nimo si AS1. So, naka-orange siya, plug in lang nimo mga values, shift solve nimo na siya. So, that is now 3866.44 square millimeters. Now, let's go to AS2 na pod. Si AS2 na pod ito pamangitaan, ani. So, MN2 lang is equals to AS2 FYD minus D prime. So, since naa naman tayo MN2, 513.80 nara dirigikan sa ubos, unknown si AS2, given si FY, then naapod tayo D minus D prime. Matic, AS2 is equals to 1973.12. Diba? So, now, isolve na to ang required nga tension steel area. So, that's 3866.44 plus 1973.12 na kay final answer to be 5839.56 mm squared. Diba? Now, next is, kung ano to si compression steel area. That's AS prime is equals to AS2. Parehara day silag value, so automatic na dali kay final answer to be 1973.12 mm squared. And then, unsay last question diri be? Compute the number of 36 mm diameter tension and compression bars. So, tension bars lang, kuhaon lang to nimong value AS over AB. Sayo na kayo. 5839.56, kuhaan nimo. So, that's 5.74 pieces or that's 636 mm. So, muna na siya, 246. If, for the compression na pud ka, wait lang ha, pang ng typo naman eh. Naa siya typo. So, it's not tension na doble lang na siya, wala na i-date. Okay, asa naman ta? This is now, instead of writing compression, tension, it should be rather compression. Nana ba siya? Naulay lagi ni siya. Isun ra lagi nakabutang. Sige. Okay. Compression bar, so that's 1973.12 mm squared. AS prime over AB, so that's 1973.12. Kuhaan nimo, that's 2 pieces, 236 mm. Muna siya si example number 3. And last example na ta, mas taas. Pero before that, I will just edit katubi tong example kaganiha nga na final answer. Oo, kani. It should be, wait lang, ako sang i-edit. Going to example number 4, and this is, I guess, a last example for this problem. This lecture, and then this is, I think, the second problem for the design. A 5M fixed ended. So this is the illustration of 5 fixed ended. So left side siya restrained, and it carries superimposed dead loads and live load, and napod siya at mid-span daw kuno na daw siya 150 kN applied, na daw siya beam section of 350 and total depth or the height is 770. So we are to get the actual factored moment, number of tension bars and compression, and the design moment capacity. So let's start. So again, uniform loads, dead load, first na to buhaton is kuhaon na to si uniform dead load. Diba, take note nga, ang given lang was superimposed ni si dead load. So, kinahanglan tag self-weight sa beam. So, that's UDL 130 plus 23.5, the base times the entire height. So, you would be able to get uniform dead load of 136.33. So, sa live load naman, as is lang siya because wala may other components si live load. So, since these are all service loads, so we have to do factored loads. So, that's 1.2 times 1.6. So, 136.33 and 145. We'd be able to get 395.60. On the other hand, for the point load itself, since walay other components si live load, walay dead load, so times 0 si 1.2. And then, yeah, you'd be able to get a point load of 240, factored load. This is your beam illustration. This is the beam fixed-ended, uniform distributed, that's 395.60. And then uniform point load at midspan, that's PU is equals to 240 kN. So, let's remember your superposition method. Sa superposition method, since natay two variations sa atong loading, we have the uniform and the point load. So, technically, ato na siyang segregate based on superposition method. So, let's recall your theory. Let's go to this slide. So, this slide is pertaining to the beam fixed at both ends for UDL, uniformly distributed load, and then CLC, concentrated load at center. So, since interested lang man ta sa maximum moment at ends, so that's WL squared over 12. And then, for maximum moment at center, so it's just PL over 8. So, WL squared over 12 and PL over 8. Mura siya. So, muna ni siya ang atong origin aning equation. So, WL squared over 12 plus PL over 8. Actually, there are variations pag yun. Dagantag other methods in how to solve for indeterminate beams, pero para nako ang pinakasayon o pinakadali and pinaka time efficient kasi superposition kay. Although mag-memorize kay mga formulas, pero mas sayon ra siya compared nga mag-calculus pa ka. So, plug in 395.60, that's your W, times 5L, and then L squared over 12 plus 240 times 5 over 8. So, na kay maximum moment of 974.17 kNm. So, compute the number of tension bars. Check if SRB or DRB, 3/8 over D, that's 3/8 over D. Now, take note, 70 ang atong total height and then 70 man ato ang effective concrete cover. So, 770 minus 70, effective depth of 700. So, na tayo makuha nga 262.50. And then, A is equals to beta times C, 0.85, 262.5. And then, we will be able to get 223.13. So, that's here, 223.13, 350, and then 700 minus 223.13, that's 738.25. And comparing that to your MU max of 974.17, mas dako. And that's, mas lesser rather. So, that's the RB. Solve for MN2, MN1 plus MN2, that's 974.17 all over 0.9. So, as a gikan si 0.9, di ba nominal capacity is actually, MU is equals to VMN. So, since need man nimo sa i-isolate sa MN, so, divide lang nimo sa 0.9. 738.25 pod, you'd be able to get MN2. Si 262.13. After that, pwede na ito magkuha sa AS. AS is 0.85 FC prime AB, AS1 FY. So, that's 223.13, sakto. AS1, that's 3319.06. So for AS2 na pod, that's MN2 which is 262. And then isolate nimo si AS2, FYD minus D prime. So 262.13 equals to the unknown times 420, 700 minus 70. Na kay 990 0.67. After that, required tension steel area 3319.06 plus 990.67. So i-add nimo sila mo ni siya si 4309.73 mm squared. And to get the number of bars, divide lang nimo siya to 32. So that's 5.36 and approximately it is 632 mm. So again ha, mo lang na siya. For sa compression bars, ayun ra, gamay raman ilahang disparity. Kay 990 lang ka mag-use. I-divide lang nimo diretso. Required compression 990. Divide nimo sa 28 squared. So that's 2 pieces. Mo lang na siya, sa ayun ra. And then lastly, design moment capacity. Mo na siya 0.85 FC prime AB plus AS prime FY is equal to AS FY. Now, solve sa nato si AS and then si AS prime. Assuming that it will yield unknown na to dayon si A, same na bag mga value 350 AS prime 392,420 1536 same lang. So, shift solve na kay kuha value 241.61. Now, in order for you to get the C, divide that to 0.85 na kay 284.25. Check if the tension has yielded. So, that's 600 D minus C over C. 600 times 700 minus 284.25 na kay 877.57. That is still greater than, that's not greater, less than rather, sorry. That's typo. That is less than 1,000. So this tells us that this specific zone is in the transition. Okay? Transition siya. Now, if your Fs prime sa actual stress nimo sa compression side, 284.15 minus 70, naka 452.24. So, greater siya sa imuhang Fy. So, that is compression steel yields. So, kanilang, kuha ni mo ang strength reduction factor since mas gamay man siya, similar lang good. Pero this time around, it's now 877.57. Gikan na siya sa imuhang, siya gikan, Fs, 877.57. Gikan na siya diri. Okay? Exact, na kay makuha value. 847.2. So, plug in 0.8472, 0.85, 21, 241.61, 350, 700, and so on and so forth. Simplify, na kay makuha answer to be 1016.75. And I think that concludes our discussion for this lecture, and see you on your quiz number 2 this coming Tuesday and Thursday. Bye.